Ephrata girls soccer returned home with fourth-place hardware from the 2A state championships over the weekend at Shoreline Stadium. Sean Wells was at the game and files this report.
It was Ephrata vs. Squalicum in a semifinal state match at Shoreline Stadium. The Storm jumped out in front early with 2 quick goals, but Ephrata fought hard to keep it close. At the end of the first half, Haley Berryman snuck one in for the Tigers to make it 2-1 at the break. A back-and-forth second half kept it at 2-1 until Squalicum scored a late goal to make it 3-1 and push them into the championship game. It was a tough loss for Ephrata, but they quickly regrouped for a third-place game with Ridgefield. It was a physical match with the Spudders, while Tiger keeper Adriana Simmons made some great first-half saves to keep the score at 0-0. Both teams had some chances in the second half, but it was Ridgefield who prevailed. The Spudders knocked off the Tigers 2-0, taking third place, while Ephrata placed fourth. Head coach Hillary Coombs was happy with her team's state performance and is optimistic about Ephrata's future.
I do. We got a lot of good freshmen. There's some sophomores and juniors that are returning and won't be quite the same, but we'll start off next year and see what we got, see how far we can go.
One of these young players is freshman Caitlin Ostrowski. She thinks her team will grow from this experience.
I only hope to grow from it. We're losing a lot of seniors, but we'll get a lot of good teammates coming in, so I think we'll only grow.
After getting a taste of state soccer, Coach Coombs thinks her team will be hungry to get back.
Yep. You know, there's that drive, that seed that gets planted when you're in a venue like this where the girls want it and they've been there before and they know what it tastes like, what it feels like, so it'll just breed from there.
For iFIBER 1 News, Sean Wells.
Royal and Colville took to the gridiron at Lions Field early Saturday afternoon in a battle between 1A quarterfinal opponents.
On paper, this one seemed to favor the Knights. Perennial powerhouse Royal was making its 10th consecutive state appearance. The Knights finished runner-up to Montesano in 2012. Unnerved by the Royal pedigree, Colville ripped off a 66-yard run on the first play of the game. Justin Dragovich scored on a 1-yard run 4 minutes later, and the Indians took an early 6-0 lead. The Knights answered back on a 10-play scoring drive, capped off by a TD pass from Justin Jenks to Jose Pons. The Indians had 2 opportunities to put points on the board in the second 12 minutes of play. Royals D came up big with 2 stops inside the Knights' 10, however, to deny the Colville threats. Royal was driving for a late second quarter score. Colville refused to yield and held the Knights to a field goal to trail 10-6 at the break. The Indians came out fired up in the second half and ran off 22 unanswered points to pull off the upset. Colville keeps its Cinderella season alive with the win. The number 2 ranked Indians will play 10th ranked Cascade from Leavenworth in a semifinal match at Joe Albee Stadium in Spokane Saturday.
This will be the Indians' first trip to the semifinals in program history. Ellensburg came back to beat Prosser 34-20 in a 2A quarterfinal matchup. Garrett Hull led the Bulldogs' attack. The big lefty threw for a score, had a pick 6 for another, and rushed for a touchdown as well. The teams were knotted 7-7 on first quarter runs by Adrian Lockery and Gabe Caskey. 2 Lockery TD runs and a Hull to Nick Baritis hookup made it 20-14 Prosser at the half. It was all Eberg in the second half. The Bulldogs posted 21 points and held the Mustangs off the board to win convincingly. Ellensburg and Linden butt heads in a semifinal action Saturday at 1 o'clock at Lions Field. The winner will take on Tumwater or Cedro Woolley for all the marbles. We'll be right back after this.